then we can go from
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And I have a bunch of notes, so I might do a lot of talking before we get into the code.
Oh boy.
Just kind of see how it goes. Because the little text that you sent me, did you send that to the team as well, or no?
So we made that together.
Oh, you guys made that together. Okay, good.
Yeah. So like... I will write down responses under each one too. So if you're doing it like sequentially, I can like fill.
Yeah, because I'm gonna like reference it. I didn't know if they had the same thing.
No, I'll fill it, then I'll share it with everyone. So we'll be good.
Okay. To answer the Sombra question, I mean, against most comps, you can kind of just get behind them. So again, we all know, like on dive, right? We gotta figure out where they are, right? Then we gotta set up so we can get to them, and then the actual hit, right? So Sombra makes that setting up and figuring out where they are really, really easy, right? And then like where you specifically go, basically is like where can't the rest of your team go, right? So maybe like a Tracer, it's really easy to go from like this way, right? But a Sombra can be like right here, you know, where maybe it's a little harder for Tracer to get like exactly here. If you wanted to hit this spot, for example, right? So Sombra can get to the hardest position really easily.
So the way she helps is just by setting up.
Yeah, and information.
The question was
right?
just how to help rotation, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and pings. I thought the other thing was
Okay.
like set up for Sombra, right?
The Sombra specific question just says how to help backline rotation.
Oh.
But same thing.
Yeah. For that specifically, Sombra doesn't really help with the backline rotation. She kind of like that's not really one of Sombra's strengths. Yeah, she can scout to make like she can scout for the backline. So like, oh, no one's on this side, it's easier to make this rotation. But other than that, not really. Sombra's strengths are really in like scouting everyone's positioning and getting into a spot to set up that other people can't. Okay. So I'm kind of gonna go down the list. I'm gonna start with Brig. First question, or first thing, when I'm supposed to engage or hide for setup, it's less about engaging and hiding and more about more the second part. Like, are you playing to enable your Ana or are you playing to help your DPS? That's more like so what was like behind the hiding or engaging?
That was the question that I was really trying to ask. Just
it's kind of a two-part question, both those big points, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking of like more context for that.
I don't have any.
Yeah. I don't mind like Brig going in on the like let's say we're going with like a big ult like EMP and a nano, right? You can go in because like these ults are so impactful. Your follow-up is better than like you going in for that extra bit of damage and help is better than like helping your Ana, for example, because you're gonna kill them so quickly with the ults, right? So help kill them even quicker. How to enable Tracer and when weighing peeling Ana versus enabling Tracer. Feel like you made tunnel on one task. It's really whatever is. So, are they gonna put a lot of pressure on your Ana? You're looking at the blue comp. Are they gonna put a lot of pressure on your Ana, or are they gonna put a lot of pressure on your Tracer?
My Ana in this particular comp.
Yeah, right. So we have to be aware of our Ana a lot more, right? Just like, is she dying? Can we help her? That takes priority, right? If they're on like a Reinhardt, like a Lucio Moira Ryan or something, or even snipers, our Ana isn't going to be under pressure, right? She either gets one shot and spat on by 5, which you don't really help, or she gets one shot by a sniper, which you don't help either. So we're really like, you don't need to be with your Ana, and you're playing a lot more to pack your Tracer and reinforce your Tracer taking another part of the map, or it might be hard for her to take. Yeah.
So what if their Tracer is matching my Tracer, but they're also actually no, that doesn't make any sense because if they're split dive, then they're just losing anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you can be in a spot like if you can find that middle ground, there's a good example of it on your defense, your first point defense, where we can be in a spot to like maybe help our flankers, while also being aware of our Ana, right? Because you don't need in this comp, you don't need to be physically touching your Ana, right? Look at it from like a Winston POV. If the Winston, well, obviously you can whip shot the Winston, but if they set up like a 3-man dive on your Ana, you will be safer, a little bit split from her, still able to pack and swing on people, but you're not under pressure. We're like, and same thing vice versa. If they all jump the Brig, well, you can bash away, and then the Ana can heal you freely. Like you're both not being pressured at the same time if you're a little disconnected. Yeah. Next thing is Ana nano usage. Um, you don't a big thing, right? We want a nano monkey, right? That's like the big common one. I'm a big fan of staggering like the nano with the primal, right? So like if Winston doesn't have primal, he's like half or less. We nano our Winston, we win or lose the fight. At the very least, the Winston's getting a bunch of ult charge, right? Make sense? Now,
Mm-hmm.
picture the Winston has primal already. Well, the nano is getting less value because he doesn't need he already has primal. So I think saving it until after the primal runs out, or nanoing a DPS. Like we nano our Echo and Winston goes in. If Winston needs the second life, he has primal, right? Or maybe just him going in with primaling to live and to help, clean up once he gets low. And then next fight you have nano. Now you build 50% of your primal off that nano fight win, right? And then you primal the next fight. So your Winston always has an ultimate to go in the fight with instead of exploding. I'm a big fan of that. Secondly, there's a few fights. I'll get into examples later on. But if you have nano, don't be afraid to nano your Brig if they're all on top of you, right? Because then your Brig is guaranteed to live from the Doom, Tracer, and whoever else goes in. I think they had an Echo later on in your defense. But if the Brig lives, she's able to help you stay alive, and you guys just live a little longer. That's also pretty good. Don't worry about wasting a nano or two. It's okay. Set up for backline on second. I'll get to that, but the biggest thing for that, I don't think we were in like a terrible spot. The only thing is where we kite to. So remember like the VOD on Saravasa, where I talked about like if there's bugs everywhere, where are we gonna kite to make the angles them kind of converge into one. So there's a good example of that on second point that I'll get to. Tracer. Second point defense, how to set up. I'll get to specifics exactly there, but answering that, I think our setup was fine for second point. It's more of a timing. Both fights that we had on second point, your Winston would go in, get out, and then the Tracer would go in, and the Tracer would get out, and then the Winston would jump back in. That was like the first fight on second, and then the second fight, you just went in a little too early, right? Like if you want to go in on a Brig, and it's not like a 1v1, right? It's like a 2v1 or there's other people, right? Definitely just like spend. I'm ready. Let's go. Like so that you're not the like main focus.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought happened.
Yeah. Okay. Second thing, felt like the team was too fast or too slow. First defense, all of attack. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Right? Again, making sure that we're syncing up. There's a fight where we go in, we hit a big nade. But I think you use recall and some were already translocated. As the Winston goes in with the nade and I think a nano on this attack. So again, like if you're gonna go in, commit resources, commit your health, commit recall, right? And you're actively making that decision rather than like them push. If they push you, that's different, right? But if we're like pushing in without support and it's not a 1v1, really just like spend, let's go, or whoever the tank is or whoever like is whoever we're waiting on, just you're ready, just letting them know. Best way to force cart. So I have a picture. I'll show that. Let me change what I'm streaming, I guess. One sec. I'm gonna share my whole screen. Cool. Open in browser. All right. So I have a picture here. So you push cart. The big thing to remember when you're pushing cart is you're pushing it as far as you can for free, right? Once they start marking you and you can't push anymore, like in sense that they can shoot you or they can engage your team, you have to stop pushing cart and get ready for the fight, right? If they're all like actively diving your backline and we're just on cart, we're kind of like we're making it a 4v5 for no reason, right? So looking at first point briefly, we can push the cart until we get to this open area. Maybe they shoot us. Okay, and then you blink behind and now you're ready to hit. So we've pushed the cart while also staging for a hit. And then we can blink across to get right behind this Hanzo. We can blink here if we wanted to go for Ana. Any questions?
Can you just like go over like so he's going till he gets contested for sure, right? But then like at the same time, I don't think we're ever looking for a hard hit. Like I'm actually like escorting my Ana Brig. Because the way I kind of break down this map is like I want to take this high ground so that they can't leverage that back high ground. So I'm just trying to think of like what like mindset everyone should be in. Because like if he's like able to just push cart and we're able to just brawl for high ground, I guess what I'm saying is like he doesn't really need to like worry about staging too early because we're not really looking for a hit until like cart gets under or until we get control of high ground, right?
Well, eventually, at some point, he's gonna have to. Tracer's gonna have to stop pushing cart because one or two things are gonna happen. They're gonna shoot him and try and kill him, right? Or they're just gonna push and take the 4v5, right? We don't want both of those situations to happen, right? So we're pushing it until one of those two are about to happen, right? I'm sure when you're pushing cart, you know when you're gonna like die because there's like a Hanzo and on like on high ground, right? In this example, but you know we're set. Why do we set up our backline here?
It's just better map control for them to play through.
Yeah, right. And that's we know where they are, right? Second stage, we set up our backline into a spot where they have impact in the fight, right? From this position, you can nade everyone, and you're not like on low ground, so you can instant.
So same thing applies, I guess, too. It's like once we get them there, we have to start chilling and letting Tracer get off cart and look for her setup too.
Yeah, and that's why like we push cart and then we could blink, like at the end over here. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you can blink here, and then now you're staged, right? We push cart until we can, double blink if we need to here, get the mini if you take some damage, and now you're ready for the hit while the backline's up top. Maybe we nade this Hanzo, Tracer blinks from right behind, and he dies. Or we nade the Ana, Tracer's already there, she dies.
And I think if they go early, the way we should think about it, at least like Wolf, Glort, and I, is like we're just playing to live. We're not trying to do anything because if the further they int on us, the more uncontested cart gets, right?
Yes, but I think we should prioritize winning the fight over that.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Because like we're not on heroes that are like just gonna win by living. Right? I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's like a secondary thing. Yeah. On second point is where it gets really difficult, so I'll close this. And if we go to second point, right, it's not as easy to stage. So like it takes Tracer, like if Tracer got the cart to here and then I can't push cart anymore, it takes a long time to go here to like actually be participating in the fight. So it's a lot harder for Tracer to push cart and then instantly contribute into the fight. Yeah, because like when you guys were losing second point, the Tracer wasn't even in the fight. The Tracer was just on cart the entire time, right? And it was at 4v5 and then still losing, right? But we don't want to be on that situation where we have the one on cart and we're dying. I'll get to that a little bit more on second point. Yeah, so like push cart as far as you can and then just set up for the hit because that's what allows us to win fights, right? The Tracer being in a spot to do damage. Yeah, and sometimes on defense you will have to like mark cart. That's the other like end of it. Yeah. Sombra and Echo. Echo really is like Jay, are you here? Wait, let me click on Discord.
Jay is the one that's not here.
Not here, right? Okay, yeah, I knew someone was. We're just kind of with our team a lot. And we want as Echo, we are good at killing the enemy tank and going on backline, but we're not staged to do both. We're staged only to kill the tank, right? And there's a few good examples of that on second and third point. So we want to be in this like in between, right? And maintaining an off angle because we have that brig support, right? So like as we go high ground, right, I'll use this as like an example real quick, right? Echo's a little too split, gets dies. Maybe you go with the backline for a little bit and then can fly over, right? We fly over this roof. Now you have the option to go back and peel or go on the Hanzo or Ana, right? You don't have that option from back here. Winston, check on staging based on last VOD. So the example that I want you to think about from last VOD, Sven, is like first point attack, how we were just kind of holding our back line, like hugging them, right? Trying to fight for that blue box and then, there's other ways we can go to help get to where we want to go. And I'll bring up examples. When to brawl backline, there when to jump to relieve pressure. We really don't. I'm not a fan of brawling with our backline, unless we're like chasing someone that used a movement cooldown that we can kill. Like if they're Genji dashed in, then we can go in and jump and chase and kind of be with our backline and just kill them. But most of the time we get more value just being split. Yeah, so now we can actually we'll play the fight out. And then the macro ones. So top right, How do we clear once we have Mega? Seems to struggle on attack. I'm about to go over that. I'll check on DPS staging from last spot. For both fights, I'm gonna bring up staging for everyone. Difference between Doom versus Bunky. What do you guys think the difference is? Right, can I answer that?
Monkey has to commit everything to engage. Doom is more in and out.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. Is like Monkey's dives are more potent because he commits more. Like Bubble is like the best dive ability probably.
Yeah.
So when Monkey can isolate someone, they're probably gonna die. Whereas Doom, it's like a dice roll, and it's like smaller bursts.
Yeah, Winston can definitely stay in a lot longer. Doom, it's like you're in and out, right? Yeah, especially because he has two movement cooldowns. Yeah, that's basically it. Doom can get to more positions than Winston can because he has 2 movement cooldowns, right? So his staging can be a lot more aggressive. That's the other thing. Like this Doom can be over here if he wanted to, right? Like he probably should be here, right? Because then he can slam, get behind, punch everyone off over here. That's a much better play than I think he's gonna just jump in and slam from here. So
I also think he has the option. Like, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, that's it. I was gonna say Winston can't do that. As he's
I was just gonna say, he like when I play in the mirror, sometimes it feels like I can play a little more like in between, like what Diva would do, where I can play to just peel 2, or I can play to like go in. So it's like a little more of like this.
Yeah,
half
you do
and half
have the
style.
disruption. Yeah, like you can punch the enemy tank away and displace them and get a lot of value out of that too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big Monkey fan. I like Monkey a lot. So.
I think he's better if you're better at the game. Yeah.
Check up on hitting and rotations. The only time we get to really hit in rotations are first point defense for like first fight, and then third point defense, because those are the only times when we actually like got to stabilize instead of the enemy team pushing up and just killing us. All of second, we died and we had to push into their space because they already had like, the map. And then unclear on setup for second point. Again, I think a tracer setup was good, a little bit of timing, and then echo like had not in a spot to do both, and then some backline kiting back, which I'll get to in second point. So I'll start with first point. Mind. Press play. Kind of play it out. Yeah, I think again, if you're split and you don't have like your mobility cooldown to get out, like Echo, you just kind of die, right? Same thing. If like Tracer's on cart with no recall and no blinks, the Tracer will die, right? So, that's kind of what happens here. Keep going. So, Ben, remember in Watchpoint Gibraltar, right? How like we were with our backline, and then this is like that like blue box, right? Where do we want to go on?
On a Hanzo.
Yeah, on a Hanzo, right? So where can we be to get to them easier?
I could like skip over to the other high ground.
Yeah, you can get healed. Let me get rid of that. You can get healed from here, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then you can jump in, yeah. That's an option. Yeah. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna say it a lot this map. Like free real estate is my like phrase. This entire side of the map is not being utilized right now. Right? Like nobody's here. Right? And this is what we should be using to get those angles on the enemy team. Right? So it might be
like the Echo flank you said earlier.
Yeah, like the Echo flank. The Echo can get here, be really good. Like Echo flies over, get rid of the icons. Now is able to sticky and hit this Hanzo, or the like fly this way, sticky. Or if the Doom goes too aggressive on backline, she can fly up and then peel back. Right? It gives it that duality that Echoes have to play for. But you as Winston, you can keep walking up, maybe like, or we can jump over, kind of do it ourselves. We can also go to this high ground. I like this one. We can go to this high ground and then jump on our next jump. And if we get, I think here you block most of the damage, get healed, walk forward, jump. As our Echo flies over, as our Tracer Pink goes from behind, as our Ana walks up to throw the nade, right? We don't need all of those to hit, but we need most of them too, right? Yeah. Yeah, because we saw like going from this way is like pretty hard, right? Like we just got whip shot. So. We did kill. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Another thing you can do, once you rotate your backline up here, you can drop down and now you're here. Can you take damage from you here?
We're not.
No, and then we can jump up, right? If they're here, we can walk out, jump in here. If they're here, we can jump up, and then our backline peeks, throws the nade or shoots them as Ana. Echo flies over within Brig line of sight. Maybe Brig like walks up a little forward.
Yeah, so like as I drop, I say like, okay, Tracer, get off cart, look for setup. I'm gonna dive on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. We got space.
He looks like he's set up too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm spending a lot of time looking at the Doom. Yeah.
Yeah, we're never really like we never have our hit, like our potent hit, you know? Yeah. And again, it works a lot better. Like if you wanted to get like specific matchup, it works a lot better for their comp if you guys aren't diving. Right? The Hanzo damage will eventually pick you apart, you know. And Doom's like kind of you said, Doom's a little bit better at disrupting, right? Kind of pushing people out of position. Yeah. So like less focus on the Doom, more focus on our actual hit. Right, so this fight, maybe... Oh, yeah, I don't know why we duped here. Yeah, like, I guess we're trying to die. But, and that was a consistent theme throughout a lot of the map, like, just misuse of ults. Like, we dupe, but we don't go in with the dupe. So... We're on Sombra. Force the Doom out. Good. And this is the fight where I'll go to like POVs. Right? Like this is great. We're set up. And now we're set up. And I think Potato, you're also set up. Right? So now we're just telling we're telling Expend, hey, whenever you're ready, let's go. Right, let's go. Right? But we go in and take this like 2v2. What's everyone else doing, right? Not even, like, ready. You know? Yeah. So, like, this is fine. What we're doing over here, but we need Winston, we need Ana, we need, like, everyone else needs to contribute to it. Or we just wait. But then we have Winston go in, big nade, as the DPS, like, we don't have recall, and Sombra, you know, is out of position. We're not like able to help.
Yeah, a little bit more patience. Like if it was like 4 seconds invisible, we would have been fine.
Yeah, just wait. You know, be like, Spend, I'm ready. Let's go. And then again, Spend it. Like we walk with our backline, and we can go. If there's no one here in our backline, Kiriti for free, well, we should be somewhere else trying to path, right? Especially if you have primal, I wouldn't even mind you going like left this way, and then jump behind. Like you have primal, right? You're fine. Yeah. Again, like our end goal is always going to be like we have these angles, like we know where they are. We're going to get our angles to hit them, and then we actually hit them together, right? That never really happened. Yeah, and then again, DPS, if you're ready, just call that you're ready, so everyone else can. We can kind of let the other person, whoever's not ready, can go. Same thing with you, Spend. If you're ready, right, say that. So let Potato and Jay know, like, okay, I got it. I got to get ready. And then as soon as there's like an okay from everyone, right, we go. Defense, rotations. Where is enemy team going to rotate through?
Same spots.
Same spot. Are they going to go through here? And then they're going to go through here? Okay. Do we want to hit them here?
If I'm staged for it, yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, you can be. You can literally like sit up here as Winston, and I think you did do it, right?
Did we not do it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do.
We do it.
Yeah.
Right. But what's the? It's like we have Jay's all the way over here, right? So it's like we're half committed to it, right?
Yeah, he could just play the mega and then just fly over.
Mega,
yeah.
Right? Potato. As soon as you see they're going left, we can like triple blink over here, maybe, or like blink over here, shoot them, and then blink over here.
Okay.
If we want to fight for this, right? We still kill them. Yeah. So, like we got killed, but our angles could have been better there.
Hmm.
Yeah. You just wait. Winston's back. Good. Okay. Second thing, when are we gonna hit them?
Rotation.
Yeah, right. When they walk out of here, right? Their Ana has to like walk out of here at some point. Yeah. Right. So that's really what we're waiting for. So how should our setup look like if we want to hit the Ana when the Ana's here?
I don't mind being on cart for Winston.
Yeah, that's fine. You can get healed and then jump up. Okay. What about Tracer? Tracer and Echo.
I think he's fine there, or he like looks to full wrap.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Tracer can be here.
Sorry,
can
I'll
full
look
wrap
him an
around.
answer too. Yeah.
Okay, where should Echo be? Someone else. There's like two answers.
Just either full wrap, like where our tracer is not, essentially.
Yeah,
The
right?
positions.
Yeah, so if our Tracer is like behind over here, maybe our Echo can be here. Again, within support line of sight, can fly up. Kind of the opposite of what I was saying with like attack. Echo can start here and then fly over the roof as the Winston goes in, right? Because again, if the enemy team can just press S and live, right, we need to be in better spots, right? Yeah. So like when we go in, we really don't have any pressure from this angle, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying us going in, like that's our bubble. Like our bubble's there. I think we threw nade. Yeah, we threw nade.
I
right?
did
Like,
throw nade.
yeah, right. So
I think
like,
it was just rush, impatience.
yeah, and also their Ana like is a little further back. We could wait for them to walk up. And the second thing is spend. Once you get up. Yeah, we threw the nade. Yeah, so like maybe we didn't know where they were. We thought they were walking out further. I was gonna say you can also just hold the corner and wait, right? If that's an option. You know, if you feel like you're not gonna explode, you just chill here. They have to push through you. Yeah, and then Brig, right? They have a lot of dive threats. We need to be aware of our Ana, right? So, like, there we're reacting to our Ana, like, actively dying instead of being ready for when the Tracer's gonna go on her, right?
I actively called the tracer on the bottom as well.
Yeah, right? So, just being ready for that. Like, you were here, and you didn't have, like, line of sight on Ana, right? So, maybe you just chill here, or, like, you know the Tracer's coming on, you look around for her, right? Yeah. That's kind of that, right? So we tried to hit them when they rotate, but we didn't have, we didn't really have, like, a this direction, like, this arrow was not present, right? If we wanted to fight them where they were. It's just a little unfortunate. I saw like the Echo's POE on that. It was just unfortunate. I think the nade Doom like it just insta killed Echo. Right. So the thing I want to look at, is really Potato your POV for this. Right. We see the backline. We're shooting them. Right. So like we know we want to go on them. So just really as soon as we turn this corner, we see where they are, and like we keep pathing.
Yeah.
Right. You know, so we can get on them. They're far right. We see how far away they are, right? Like I don't think like we have to triple blink to get to them, and even then we're like, it's still kind of a rough situation. So just pathing right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it helps to say like oh I can go on backline in like 4 seconds, right? So that it just helps sync people up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think shooting there on entry is kind of giving away where you're gonna come from.
It does give away, yeah. Yeah, but good nade, good attempt on it. Just really didn't have the DPS follow up on the right time. Killed the Echo though. But, yeah.
By the way, where does Ana Brig play on this point on defense?
I think up here is fine. Up here is fine, right? Because again, you can kite, you can stay here, throw your nade, play in this room, and kite back to this mini. And unless there's someone like this direction, it's pretty safe because all of them will be in front of you. It's easier for a Brig to keep you alive. Yeah. It's just, again, it's a little unfortunate because you're pushing in as they're already like set up, right? Or like sort of set up. So it's just kind of hard. And your Echo just insta died first, like actually a little unfortunate. So here we're pushing out, right? Potato, I think we're fine. Okay, I'll go to your POV for a little bit and then we'll switch other POVs. Right? We're not, you know, we're kind of hidden. You know, trying to not get forced out, which is good. Right? And all you're saying is like, oh, I can be ready to go on backline in like 3 seconds, right? Because you got to go up these stairs, right? Communicating that with Sven. Right? Sven, I like that we're walking forward. This is good. Right? And we're ready to go on them whenever. Yeah. It's just having that like chain of communication between you two, because you get booped out, and then the tracer goes in, Theta go out, as Sven go in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We like this.
And then Sven goes out, as tracer goes in, eventually. Right, so yeah. A little friction on that.
And we're duping in the backline?
So the bigger thing I
Yeah, no
want to
doom.
focus on is Jay and the backline, right? Because the other thing is just like timing forehead. But with Echo, you're really good, especially against into Winston and Diva. Like if you can force Winston bubble on Echo, he can't go in. So always good to pressure tank and go on backline, but we need to be set up for both. So where can the Echo be to peel for backline and also go on their backline?
Like bottom church? Or church, not bank. Like the bottom of the bank, maybe?
Bank, like down here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we can fly up, shoot
And we can fly
backline,
back too.
fly
yeah.
up, peel backline. Yeah.
And you're
right?
still in pack range. Yeah.
Like somewhere over here, right? Yeah, that's yeah, right. That's pretty good. So this is really what we're trying to look for. Again, we need to know generally where the enemy team is. So Potato, you saw them here, so I'm assuming we know that they're in this area of the map. So Jay, we should try to be looking for these spots where we can do both, and this area of the map fills that requirement. But we can see, we kind of say with our backline, which means the only thing we can do is shoot the Doomfist when he goes in. Right? Which he's nanoed, and we realize that doesn't get value. But we can't do anything else because of where we are. Right? As opposed to if we're over here, we see that there's a nano Doomfist going in where we can't do shit against that, so we go for backline. Second thing. We're up here. Where can we go to for safety when they dive us?
Back
Where? You're right.
to the mega right behind me.
Yeah, right. So that's like what we're ready for, right? We know they're going to hit you eventually, right? So we're either gonna go here or like drop down this way, maybe, but yeah, probably just back up into mega, right? So that's what like you and Brig are collectively like ready for, or should be trying to communicate, right? Like where am I gonna go when they come in and try and kill us? Yeah. Right, so we'll go to like Brig's POV. We see that they go in. We still have bash. We can try bashing into here, and then maybe we like whip shot the Doom away, right? Kind of keeping everything in front of you, so it's a lot easier for you to live, right? And then same thing for, you back up. Maybe it's easier to hit the sleep a few seconds after, and then they're all in this like throwaway, right? And then you're chill. You're not dying, and then you can walk out over here or walk back out high ground in a few seconds. Yeah, but then Brig doesn't really move, and then you drop this way, which is okay, but we could have gotten like a mega.
You said dupe for Nano Doom, but I think he duped after he killed the Doom.
Can you go to see that?
He might have just duped just to live. But...
Probably, yeah. Yeah, dupe to live, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the bigger thing is like the only thing we can do is shoot the Doom because of where we are. Yeah. So. And then we're like forced to dupe Brig, and then our dupe doesn't really do anything, and then let's see, second fight when... Okay, second fight, right? Kind of the same situation, right? Backline's in here. Where does our Echo want to be able to affect these people? generally like this area, you can get healing, duel their echo for a little bit, one backline or heal if you want to. Then I like that we're walking forward. This is good. We can jump backline. Good. Yeah.
Winston.
Again, I'm still not a fan that a lot of us peel for the Doomfist. Right? Like, so instead of just Echo shooting the Doom, like, spend we committed to chase the Doom, right? Like, I haven't seen a fight where, like, 4 of us went on backline.
Yeah,
Trading is going to be much better here too. Right?
I think so too.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So, this fight, where is their backline going to go? There's, like, 2 options that they're going to go.
Yeah, like wide, mega, or top right.
Yeah, like, you know, up here or like somewhere over here. Yeah, right. We all end up here, like holding hands again, right? Like I'm picturing of like our Watch Point Gibraltar first point attack. We're all holding hands, right, on the high ground, right? We don't have the rest of the map to hit. I think we win this fight eventually, but rewind it before like it actually starts. So. Who's fine to be here? I think Yana Break up here is fine, right? Maybe a little further forward so you have the mini. Echo can be flying in this open area, right? Because again, if an Echo is standing here within Brig line of sight, maybe you duel their Echo for a little bit. Because again, can this Echo get healed?
Yeah.
This Echo right here?
Oh, sorry. No.
No. Can the Doom get healed?
No.
No, right? So an Echo up here with a Brig pocket can force the Doom out, force the Echo out, maybe pressure cart a little bit. And then if, let's say, they're all going up on this high ground, can maybe wrap around with Tracer. Or just kind of stay here. You have options, right? Yeah. And then I do want to go to Potatoes POV. Go down a little bit. Yeah. We go this way. Yeah, so we have a lot of options on Tracer here. We can also go like main with our Echo, like assuming you and Echo go this way, can kill their Echo and Doom because they don't have support, or you can just be pathing to go behind. Like we know people are up here, let's set up a nice pinch, right? That's also like an option. Yeah. Again, as Tracer, you usually have like a lot of options. So, yeah. I didn't really talk about ults yet. Probably, again, looking at what we have, we probably want to save don't nano our Winston, because we have Primal. Again, I'm a fan of that. There are cases where we can nano our Winston just to kill them quicker, but I think most of the time you benefit from like always having a nano or a Primal to go into the fight. If we want a nano...
The cycle, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Get that cycle going. I'm a big fan of that. We can nano our Echo if we want to nano, and then just... Like, we nano Echo, our nano Echo kills their Doom and Echo, or just wraps around. But actually, we have a nano Echo flying right here as Winston goes through. This Ana and Brig are dead, right? And we probably don't need to nano our Brig because Brig has rally. So if we get, if you get dope, you have the rally to survive. If you didn't have the rally, maybe you can nano the Brig. There was a time, the fight, I didn't mention it, but the fight over here, you had nano, you were dying, you can nano your Brig, and maybe that is enough to keep the Brig alive for sure, and then maybe keep you alive. We eventually win this fight out because they all kind of walk up top and we get a good nade. But I'd really like to see us use the rest of the map. I think that's like the big consistent theme, right? Is looking to like we have the rest of the map, right? We have this like free real estate to use. Rewind it, slow it down. Right. We can position further forward here. If we want to, because again they're either gonna come through here or through here, and we can be positioned a little further forward to pressure them. We don't have to. Yeah, so one of you are marking cart, that's fine. Tracer is probably going to be you Potato. But I would still like Jay to be like over here, right? Imagine Echo over here, Winston walks forward, right? Maybe Ana and Brig play aggressive for the nade, and these people, we know they're gonna rotate through here, and we fuck them up, and they're just dead in the stairs, right? I'm sure you've had that happen to you guys playing this map at some point.
Yeah, is there a time to just walk forward and like nade the floor and like nade all them in the room
Yeah.
rather than like far away nade?
I think I did that last scrim.
Yeah, I think you did too.
Yeah.
So I was trying to like think about like what the methodology we can use to apply that is.
Yeah, I think the big thing is right. We're setting up like we know. So when we have space, we know that they have to walk, especially when they have immobile characters. We know that they're gonna walk through certain spots, right? And you know we want to hit them in these stairs when they walk up. Okay, well, you know it doesn't matter if our Ana's far away and hits the nade or really close, right? As long as we have this angle and this angle, right? Whatever's in the stairs will die.
I stand in the middle of the bridge so I can see if the backline is wrapping through the stairs, and so if I see them go past the glass, I know I'm gonna walk up to nade them.
Yeah,
But I am
that's
good.
good.
I do call it out.
yeah, no, that's good, right? And especially you can do that because you have a Brig with you, right? It's not like you're alone, you know, and maybe a Winston too walking up. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Yeah,
Oh, Sven.
What?
yeah, this is. You think you lose? Yeah. Oh, I think we lose this fight. I think they nano echo and insta kill someone. Or no, Ana gets punched off. That's what it was. Yeah, but again, I still want to highlight like the Ana Brig are going or like main. I still think like our echo could be way more aggressive, like way more pressuring from somewhere else. We're just kind of here, like we're not in Ash, you know. And you did mention Ash, and I will get into that in a second.
Well.
Hi there.
Yeah.
Engaged. Tracer.
And then for Potato, right? You will have to be the one like being like kind of the cart bot, but I like what we do here. We position up, right? But why do we back up? That's like my question.
I don't know. I'm scared of people.
Yeah, that's fair, right? But again, as long as we have spend there, and as long as you're within Brig line of sight, it's not that scary, right? And they don't have like one shots, right? There's no like Hanzo or like Ash or one tap you, right? So you know, have a little bit more confidence in yourself, right? There's no one on cart, so we should be as far forward as we can safely, maybe like just here. So if they do go left, you spend maybe jumps in from here, you go in from here, hit a pulse, or if they go main, you can wrap around through here, go in, shoot. And at any point you're scared, you can recall, you can blink into open space and get break packs, right? You can get the Pega, you know, you have a lot of options.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Tracer.
And I just wanna see fights where our Winston goes in to tickle things, and our Winston has most of the other players there fighting, right?
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Yeah.
Trying so hard to kill this Brig.
Yeah.
Time's up.
Jay is here. I don't know if he's
Oh.
locked in, but you can reiterate some of the echo things. He
Jay, you
just
there?
joined.
Hello?
Maybe not.
Maybe.
It's being recorded anyway. It's okay.
Yeah. But that's the main thing. I took some pictures and some screenshots, but I think I kind of talked about all of them. Right? Yeah. Right? So the big thing is like the three like kind of like simple steps. We see where they're going. I like that you bring up the glass example, right? Seeing them through the glass is on. Great. We know where they're going. They're going main. Okay, you can stay here, throw a nade, and hit. They're going left. Okay, we walk up and go nade. So we see where they are, and then we set up accordingly, right? And execute, right? So execution, we've seen a little bit of like the Tracer Winston, one go in, one go out, one go in. So syncing up that timing. And then for every other time, it's really the positioning, right? Like with Jay on Echo, or sometimes Tracer and Winston, right? Having these angles so we can actually execute, right? That's why first point was so hard, right? Because we got our Ana in a spot but everyone else didn't get into a spot until we were on Tracer Sombra, and then at that point it was an execution problem with the timing, right? Where Tracer Sombra were in a good spot, on a Brig were in a good spot, and Winston went in, but it just was like not at a close enough time, right? Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be close enough to where we're actually helping each other.
Shooting at the same time.
Yeah. Right. And if anything, I would like the DPS to be like a second late, like a second after our tank goes in, then a second early. Just because, like,
Yeah.
you know, you
They
take
don't
an
go
on a
first
shot
shot, yeah,
early
yeah.
in, it's a lot more impactful. Than like our Winston taking that on a shot.
Yeah. Also, me getting slept is a lot better than Tracer getting slept.
Exactly,
or
yeah.
Sombra or Echo.
Right.
And I get slept. Let me tell you.
Yeah. So I talked about a lot. Any questions before I keep going? I'll go back to sharing my Overwatch instead of my whole screen.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the difference between playing right side high ground on defense or left side high ground on defense with on a Brig?
So this right side, it's really for which half of the map you're committing to, right? So if you're on this high ground, you're playing for like the first half of the map, like this part, right? If you're on this high ground, you can only influence this part of the screen, right?
Okay.
Yeah, right. Unless you walk up, but like even here is like, you can't affect the fight happening over here, right?
So if they've already established like church, like what they did, would it be better for us just to shift?
It would be fine, yeah, right? It'd be fine to go out this way, right? Because we know that the fight's not going to happen on this part of the screen, or like anywhere over here, yeah. But both are fine. I think it really depends what you think is safer, right? You can kind of see in both sides, you can see them before they get to you, right? Like if you peek, you can see a Tracer coming up the stairs. It really depends where the enemy team is, right? And which side you feel is safer. They both have similar. It's like not one is objectively better than the other. They both have like a health pack you
Okay.
can reach you. They both have like closed space you can take the fight in, right? So, yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to think if one enables your echo positioning more. Like
Yeah,
probably
I think
like if they're in church, playing right side might enable your echo
Definitely-
more, so she
definitely,
can do
yeah.
that flank.
this
Yeah.
enables the echo. On the other side, like if your echo would it'd still be flipped, right? Your echo would push left, right?
And then your tracer would be alternate. Okay.
Maybe echo would path like this way, right? Just to not get shot, and then come up here, and then fly up, and then now your echo's up here, and then glide down to either sticky from this side or glide down and sticky from this side, as we go in backline. It's like pretty fair. My Discord is like dying. What is going on?
Yeah.
You guys see like servers just have like an
Yeah,
exclamation point?
I
Yeah,
think there's
yeah,
a Discord
yeah.
attack right now.
I don't see anything. What's in-
A bunch of mine do.
There
I
is an
have
update.
I have like a personal server with notes, and it's just not working.
Yeah.
What's
They're
Yeah,
coming back really
Pat the pros
fast,
are working for me. Yeah.
Yeah. But I had one that was disabled and it already came back.
It's whatever. But it's like I look at my monitor, like,
Oh, I do see what you mean.
yeah. I'm just like it's not working. Yeah, I think that's the big thing. You said there was another Dorado code that we can briefly look at. And
Yep.
then with Ash, it just limits the angles you can take, right? And you're like I'll bring up the like enemy team as an example. Like this Doomfist doesn't have to go on your backline. If he can like draw out the fight, maybe this Hanzo will just hit a headshot and win. Right? Like you have like kind of like two win cons. Like you can still go for the dive, or you can play to like just draw attention as the tank and prevent the dive as the tracer, and then maybe your Ash or Hanzo will just dome someone. So, because you did mention Ash as a
Yeah. So, like, I think it mostly depends on what Jay thinks he's best on and performs best on. I think Tracer's like almost necessary for every dive comp, but I think it's either Echo, Sombra, or Ash. I think most of our success has come through Sombra, but it'd be nice to just like cover them so that at least Jay has the free will to kind of like pick what he thinks he's best at.
Yeah, I think part of it depends on like what you feel like on the map too. Like this Dorado has a lot of high ground access. Echo can take advantage of that a little better on maybe more flat maps where you can't
Like
play the Echo as
Ilios.
easily. Sombra has that like instantly you're just invis. Like you can just go behind them, right? And get a lot of scouting information. You're always like your Sombra will always be ready for the most part. On the hit. Or on maybe on that same note, like you're playing like Ruins and you want the Ashe because of the longer sight lines and the positions your Ashe can take, right? Because in like a dive mirror, if it's longer sight lines, you can pressure out the Winston a lot easier so he can never jump in. If the Winston or tank can never go in, they never dive. Yeah. So, yeah. You can kind of do it based on map, or if you're just really confident on one specific hero, right? You can roll out on that. Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at recent for Dorado. Let me read this real quick.
Those are all my timestamps, so that you can just poke through that if you want. But those
Okay.
are just the ones that I did earlier today.
Yeah. Also, Sombra just has a really good ult too, like for the actual like.
That's what I think the difference is.
That's part of it too.
Is the win button.
Yeah, the win button. I did want to bring up.
I guess dupe nade is pretty good too.
Yeah. I'll bring that up at the end. I had like a code where I played Winston. Wanted to share with you, Spen. I ranked for a Shan's team. And I played like only Winston the whole
We
night.
just scrimmed this team. Oh, never mind. This is our road. I thought this was your VOD.
Oh no. I've seen Theta before. Oh my god.
Athena, yeah.
Or Athena, I mean.
I think our trial guys, Jim Bean, joined this team.
Okay.
This team we faced?
Yeah, which they were like way worse than us, so.
But we
way
still
worse,
lost.
sorry. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just no, I don't think.
Yeah, so this is pretty good, right? We have our Echo Winston hitting from behind. We have the nade from the front. Ashe Dynamite from the side. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Right. We knew where they were. We had the positioning to execute, and they died.
We did lose. I didn't realize you guys lost both maps after me. Sorry.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, and it's just a Winston.
So I think like what's clear is like a lot of our like when like it's like everything is like time is on our side to set up, we really can like make these like really aggressive nade hits. So I think like the thing is like transferring that to every fight. Like what does it look like to like reset and then re-hit, right?
Yeah, like proactively looking for like good positions that you can go in. And we look at the second fight. We don't have those angles.
Exactly.
Right? Like what happened?
Like autopilot, right? People
Yeah.
just drift back into autopilot.
They would drift into a clump. Like both our DPS are on the same angle, right?
Yeah. We
Yeah.
probably would never play Echo Ashe, by the way. Like we would almost always play Tracer.
Okay, yeah. Right?
This is a ringer.
Yeah. And look, like the same hit was so much harder. Because we don't have and you die, yeah. Because we don't have those positions.
I was thinking that I was greeting, which I definitely did, but also it could be a factor of like I thought I was gonna get the same resources that I did on the first hit,
Yeah.
and then I didn't, right? I definitely greed this because I go into the room.
Another
But-
like win con, right? Is you I don't really like using this phrase, but like you can treat your guys' comp as a poke comp, right? So if you just always get looked at and your DPS just shoot them for free, you win like the longer fight. Right? That's like another way to play this. Since you have like the double like Ashe is like a poke DPS and Echo can play like a poke DPS.
Yeah.
Bro, something's going on outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Oh
I
yeah,
can hear that.
fun time.
I always get that. Downtown.
That's like right from my house. I don't know. Something happened. We back up. Yeah, let's look at the timestamps before we.
Yeah.
Your question, Triple?
You said 14 great living. Let's look at that.
Great living. I'm very curious.
Yeah, what's going on over here?
Oh, this is insane.
Oh my god, this was fucking.
Because I said, guys,
Oh.
just play Mega. If they walk into us, they're trolling. And then they walked into us, and it lasted like so long. I think, yeah, Eriko comes back at the perfect time.
Yeah.
They just kind of troll. But I think it's just a good like hive mind of like where we're kiting to.
Yeah. I gotta see us. What the fuck is going on? What's
Bashed.
Raining cats and dogs.
Raining. Homeless.
Let's.
Oh, the parade. Yeah, yeah.
Meow.
Thought a house is on fire or something.
Shen lives with you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm in the living room playing comp.
I got bashed 17 times and didn't die or something like that.
Glad you didn't die.
Well, you got purpled.
I mean, that just might just push your the narrative you said earlier of just having a kite path. And if it's not predetermined, making sure it's communicated.
Yeah, right? Because, again, like, we saw that example over here where a better team, the Tracer would get off cart and be here. Like, this is where the Tracer has to be so that the backline can't just press S. Right? And that's what I was saying, like, in the other code, right? Over here, when, Potato, you were over here. Like, this is good because the backline can't just press S and not get tased by Winston because they're walking into your damage. But, you know, if the enemy team isn't perfectly set up every time, you can kite back. And at least, you know, now you're just dealing with a Tracer instead of, like, a bunch of people.
I think the way I think about it is like you're trying to like kite to eliminate angles, right? So you're playing wide
Yeah.
to look for your angles, and then you're kiting to eliminate like what they can do, especially in the mirror.
Yeah, so let's look at this fight. This is a great retake. 4-10. Okay, what's going on over here?
I think we lose one, and then we just make a really aggressive like. You can just watch.
Okay. I mean, we lost our Ashe. That was unfortunate. Where is... I'm gonna get rid of the icons. Oh.
It might just be a good timing thing. I just like the recognition from the backline of like they can brawl and then I can just pinch.
Yeah, right? And this is really good, right? It's like a smaller scale, but like it's the same thing. We figured out where they are. Where they are. We set up so that we have multiple angles, like, you know, 2, right? We pinch them, right? And then we execute. Yeah. It was great. Yeah. And because your Ana has the brig, right? Like you said, I like the proactive nature of what you said over here, where you can just walk forward and hit the nade. Right?
Yeah.
The Sussy rally.
Oh yeah, what the fuck? Wait, why did you rescue?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Monkey's really scary sometimes. You don't know.
You have a bash, brother.
I mean, with the new buff, you know, anything can happen.
Yeah,
so you
true.
know, you gotta.
I did calculations, and
Gotta
if
use
he
that
lands his
rally.
combo on you, the buff doesn't matter because he knocks out your armor anyway.
Yeah.
But if you get shot by your Ana one time, it does.
12:35. What happens here?
What did I write down?
Great first point retake. This only worked because you have Echo. Let's see.
Yes. Okay. I think it only works because we have Echo, and we completely void like the setup of cart. We see the Winston go and we see the Ana trolling. We're like, okay, we can just free kill backline. I think it's more of them trolling than us doing anything good, really.
Yeah, but it's still like, you know, right? The Ana goes really aggressive, right? When should the Ana do this? Let's look at
When
that
their
way.
Winston's ready.
When the Winston's like not ready but in, right? Like the Ana's like
Yeah, and the Tracer's ready.
yeah. The Tracer is not actively shooting the backline. The Winston is not actively in. The Ashe is AFK, so that's what makes this play so bad. Yeah. Yeah, and you guys collapse on backline. Great. Yeah.
Yeah, so the only reason I said it works because Echo is because Echo can actually capitalize on that kind of trolling. Tracer
Yeah.
can, but like
Yeah.
it would be like as soon as I pressure them off high, she would pinch from cart probably,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, Tracer would be pushing cart, realize that their Tracer is here with like a support pocket, and would try to just get past the Tracer and end up like somewhere. Let me get rid of the icon. Over here, and then Tracer can use one blink to get here, or just be behind here and shoot. So
yeah.
Echo can just fly in. Tracer needs like a little bit more thinking about the setup.
But then again, like I guess it doesn't really apply to Echo being a thing because we could have been on Echo Tracer because Jay didn't do anything in that fight.
Yeah, and I think just looking, I think it's this code.
Attackers incoming.
Looking at this code, right? The big difference is you guys were like proactive and like went in, right? I think is a big difference compared to the two codes. Why is my timestamp? There we go. right? Like there was no like commit on the back line, and
Yeah, my bubble was always peeling.
yeah, and you were in a different angle from your back line, so you can actually capitalize on that too, right? So I'm not
Mhm.
saying don't go with your back line, but like once they're here, it's like you go somewhere else, right? I think the easiest transition is like walking main down here and then jumping up if they're here, or jumping back line over here. Right? I think that's a good transition between escorting back line. They're good. Okay, now I'm gonna go fuck off and set up, right? Yeah. And also, like, you went into pressure, but there's no DPS follow up, right? So just comparing.
Wait, why
the
is he in
two-
spawn still?
I think he died.
Oh, that's the tracer death. Okay, yeah.
I think, I think Jay died. So, just comparing the two fights, we committed and we had, okay positions, right? We got like a little pinch, and we were able to capitalize. We don't really have that on this first one attack.
So the same thing could have happened if he was alive too, because it's not as good of a bubble, and like
yeah,
there's 4 of them, but the same thing could have happened.
yeah, the same thing could have happened. Yeah, there's 4 of them here instead of 2 of them, but
There's also like 3 less of us.
Bless you, yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I could hear your phlegm.
I know.
yeah.
Ugh.
I think we also could have tried to hit a nade when we saw them so far forward, too. Like we see that Hanzo.
Like walk with my bubble.
Like
yeah.
we see the Hanzo and the Brig. I think we throw a nade right here. That might be like giga big, Like we throw it. If it's a perfect nade, oh, it's like a little circle. If it's a perfect nade, it hits all of them. But maybe you just hit one of them, right? And we kill that one. So,
It could just force resources. Like it's probably not a kill nade because our Echo Tracer are dead.
Yeah. But assuming there's DPS here, and it's a nade, although that's like perfect. Like you're able to like cleave all.
That was a crazy nade.
Yeah. Right.
And they won't walk through my bubble, or
Yeah,
at least
they-
if their Doom goes through my bubble, they can't get healing. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. But right now we go for another hit, but like we don't really get that. Yeah, we don't really get that hit. Because we don't have the like pressure from this side. Before like the Honor Bird were here, so like we still got the pinch, but just comparing the 2 maps.
Yeah.
Are they
that
the
makes
time
sense. I think I have a big emphasis on escorting backline, but I think sometimes I need to like not handhold it so hard.
Yeah, right. Like focus on you setting up, right? Yeah, because I think you kind of phrased it in one of the statements is like, should I escort my backline or like hit to relieve pressure? If you're your backline will always be under pressure, right? Like unless they're like so far away, but there's always at some point someone that's gonna pressure them, and you can do more to the rest of their team than you can to the people pressuring your backline most of the time. So what is this timestamp? How does the Ash not die here? Join dive, save coach.
Yeah, so just like I'm trying to think like how does Ash join in on this hit to make it better? And I think it's just a misuse of coach gun. But I don't want to like micros a role that I don't play.
Oh, so same thing, right? We want. There are 2 wins. So we want to hit this people, kill them. Okay, so how can we set up on them? Let's go before we do. Oh, we already do. Okay, when don't we do? Here. Okay, I'm gonna start from here then. Okay, we're over here now. Why did we get 14?
Oh, I die.
Yeah, if Wolf just leaves you and bashes away.
Oh.
That was really funny to watch. Says fuck you.
I wasn't. That's not.
Why don't we try to? Why don't we
wasn't
just
getting
all run
bashed.
away? But I'm trying to like.
Y'all are
What happened to me?
pussies.
Because I wasn't looking that way whenever I got hit.
What happened here?
What happened here is a good question for most of this map.
I think we can just like, I don't know, maybe we're just
Walk
like
away.
scared to commit. Yeah. Like you can jump in and like instantly be in someone. We can nano our Brig if you're scared that you want to stay alive, Blurt. We can also dupe the Winston here and just go on backline, right?
I would have done that had I had someone else up there.
Yeah, we should have done something.
Yeah, right.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Yeah.
Winston.
And I think we try to dupe, but like we're not really trying to pressure at the same time. Yeah.
He missed the jump.
Ringer dupe.
Yeah,
Ringer.
he has like 9 dupes for this map, and I think he gets a kill with one of them. Unfortunate.
Yeah, and then okay, so like how the Ashe can contribute. Again, Sven. I'm gonna watch your preview for this. We know the backline's like probably somewhere over here, right?
Hmm.
Where can we go that'll make it easier to hit them? Where we're jumping to like behind them.
Like just below the bridge.
Yeah, we can be below the bridge. We can go into jail or the vault, bank, whatever it's called, and then just jump up from here, right? Like I don't see us staging. I see it just sitting here and waiting. And you have both cooldowns. Yeah. So instead of jumping like from here, maybe there's a world where you're here and you're jumping from here. Because again, the Ana's gonna press S, and if we're behind them, she can't just press S. Right? So now you come from here. Now, do they look at the Echo or do they look at you? You're making them think, right? Here, there's no thinking. The Ana just thing on front of me, right? Making it easier for them to live. Yeah. Maybe you see that the Ashe is here alone and just kill her in your staging, right? Because you have primal. Yeah, the same thing. I would like to like stagger the primal nano unless you like really need to kill them. Just like a personal thing. Yeah. Now let's look at the Ashe.
I just love this peak. I just think if he peaks that as soon as I get nanoed, it's so good.
Yeah,
The
but
skin's so bad.
It's so bad. But the fire's good.
yeah.
Alright, check that.
So like, what's up? Because let's look at the angles, right? We have an arrow. I'm gonna use it like arrows, right? We have an arrow going this way. We already talked about how Sven could have an arrow going this way. Where can Ashe have another arrow? Because again, like, if we're all diving and everything is in front of the Ana, right? She doesn't have to make decisions. We don't have to make her think. She's just, they're on my screen, you know? Right? Like, it's so much easier to hit people when they're not looking at you, right? So where can Ashe be? Easily.
Can Ashe go like on that high ground to the right?
Yeah,
Around
like
to the right.
conks to church. I think that's
That-
far away.
This is pretty scary, right? Because now the Winston and Tracer can just jump and kill you, right? And you can't get help. So what's a same idea but a little safer,
I think church. I think you take a step inside church and you
Yeah, and then we jump up here.
Yeah.
right? You have cover to not just get like again here. You kind of here you have cover, but here's a little better because you can peek out like either side. You can bob this way if you want to. Just peek, jump, bob, shoot, dynamite. And if you're ever pressured, you drop down here and your brig is helping you, right? So just looking, and again, the timing has to be right, or else you jump up here early. Maybe it doesn't work out. You get slept or something, or the Winston chases you. So. Yeah. Yeah, because if you're just gonna be with your Ana brig, like physically touching them, you might as well be on like a lot of different heroes, and not Ashe. Right. In the other sense that like, if they jump Ashe, they're also jumping on a brig, and you can't really peel for each other because all of you are getting pressured at the same time, as opposed to, like if you're Torb, it's a little easier, or like Cass or something. You're like okay with that. Ashe, you're not really okay with that. So yeah, I think the big thing is just looking at like the rest. Like here's a great example: looking at the rest of the map and how can you stage based on your character, right? If I'm Sombra, I can walk and just be behind them. If I'm Echo, I can fly up and I want to be able to peel or go on back, or like peel or shoot them at the same time, right? So where allows me on the map allows me to do that, right? Sven.
Yeah, Echo could do the same rotation, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Echo can come up through here, but it's like a little far away for your beam to be effective. So, but Echo can go through here. Echo can do the same thing, and then you go from main, right? Like, but we're setting up that maybe you both go from behind, and then they look at you, and then no one looks at the Ashe that's peeking church, right? So it's really about like looking at the rest of the map and how we can go to stage. Because I just saw Winston and Echo jump from main, right? Where it's very easy to go whip shot, and it's very easy to get shot at, right? They don't have to look turn, you know. So we want to make it a lot harder for them. So look at the rest of the map, and spend, if you're with your backline for too long, and where else can we be, right? Because like we sat here for a while, whack, and then jump mid. And same thing like over here, where else can we be? I think that's it. It's been a while. It's been like an hour, but I think that covers the big points.
It's been like exactly an hour.
Yeah.
I love to do measurable objectives. That's my favorite word.
Yeah.
So I don't, if that's like developed by our players or by you, but does everyone think they have something they can work on? Or like
No,
is
I'm the
that-
best player to ever live. I have no flaws.
Well, actually, no, that's just like my favorite thing to do to make like to not waste anyone's time and to make sure we're like working towards something.
Yeah.
I think timing is a big thing.
Yeah. Right? So the way that I like to do it is that if someone is ready, you need to say that you're ready so that the other people can go in. And like if we're all ready and then no one says anything, it kind of helps get you guys to go, right? Like if anyone, like if Echo, I'm ready, guys. Okay, it's like, oh shit, Spen or Winston and Tracer, I need to go. I need to be ready and like go. And then you can communicate, okay, I can go in 3 seconds. So now we all of a sudden have a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Right?
So like if you're ready and you don't say anything, you're not actually ready.
Yeah, right?
There
Just
you
like
go.
Real.
letting people know, right? Or if like over here, right? With the same example of Tracer, you're ready to go on backline. Like, I'm ready to go in 3. Okay, Spen. Okay, Spen's like, I'm ready, and then we go in those 3 seconds, right? Yeah.
Okay, so better back and forth. For sure.
Yeah, and then just like before the fight happens, we're like, where are they? Okay, we know where they are. Again, I'm gonna use this point as an example because you brought it up, Glort, and that was really good, right? Where's the enemy team? Okay, they're going this way. Okay, let's set up and kill them whenever we see fit, but we know where they're going, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
scout, set up, engage. Right.
Yeah. Right? And again, there will be times when someone's getting marked or like your tracer's trying to pass somewhere and there's a tracer meeting you, but it's still like proactive effort, right? You're trying to go this way, it's not working, right? That's different than not trying at all, right? Or not trying to go that way at all, right? And that's okay, right? If you try to go somewhere and they mark you, that's okay, but it's the attempt that is really what counts. Because all the times that you don't try, maybe they mark you, maybe they don't, right? You'll never know, right? Because it never happened. Yeah, and then I guess the rest, unless there's anything else, the rest I have like some one-on-one for Winston for Spen that played.
I got something to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up?
whoa.
Okay, when we nano jumped, I like could not get a good nade at all from where I was positioned. So I'm thinking, would I walk under the bridge and walk like on their side and like hit a nade on the wall?
Wait, like the fight over here is this?
Like yes.
Like when
See
we
where
did-
that ashes?
Yeah.
Like right there. I would walk through there and hit an like go in front of it and hit a nade on the wall.
I don't think they're gonna let you do that.
If you,
What if they do though?
if you can, again, I like that. I would like you to be creative and try things, right? And if they don't work, they don't work, right?
Yes, Ben.
But taking that initiative, right, is better than like just AFKing on cart and not trying at all, right? Because there are times when it will work, like what you said over
You
here.
can also like alternatively go through church and go on the far side too, right? There's lots of options.
Yeah, it's just going this way, like might take a long time. And remember, like,
Oh yeah.
I think that's a little unscouted though, more so than
Yeah,
playing
well,
in the
like-
middle of the map.
Yeah. I think maybe you go main for a little bit and then dip and go through here, and don't go high ground. Just like go here, and now you can throw an aid and go right. So I think that's like a good compromise between
That
like
does sound cool.
going. Under
I tried hitting a nade on the pole, but I got no
think
one.
to be fair, I think the checklist for that though is you gotta like snap and be like, okay, I'm gonna make this play. I want to
and communicate.
express
Be
my
like,
skill. Just tell me to not take poke.
yeah, and be
Be like,
like
all right, you big oaf.
Bro, that's such a hard fucking ass.
That's not true. I'm so good at it. Give me a break.
the same thing is like it's just like your DPS. Like okay, Sven, I'll be ready in 5 like what is it like 7 seconds to walk this way. 1, 2, 3. Like by
This
7
is
seconds.
accurate.
You'll probably be here and then go. So now everyone kind of syncs up. They're going to be naded in 7 seconds. Let's go. There will be times when the enemy team presses the gas before you're able to complete that, especially if it's something as long as 7 seconds compared to like 3 seconds. But that's like a second.
I am a big fan of like the unorthodox though, because if you think about it, the unorthodox is kind of like what works.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So we
But
should
again,
be
it's-
creative.
It's
And
still
Well,
Little time
creative,
right.
but the execution still has to be tight.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
still
yeah.
it
So
still
it's just
follows the
good
same
timing.
like 3 steps. We see that they're here, or pretend they're here. I'm not gonna rewind it. Right?
Scout.
Wait, we know where they are. We're gonna set up to hit on a nade on a different angle And then let's say our Winston jumps from this way and our Echo comes from. They're getting hit from at least 3 angles, and they'll just like implode, right? And that's really good, right? Or maybe the Echo flies through the Mega behind. We have a Winston jumping from main, and an Ashe coming in through Church, and an Ana from this. There's no world where they two them live, where the Ana break live, right? So it's a little unorthodox in the rotation the Ana takes, but it still follows that same like setup.
Yeah, I think it's being very intentional about if we're doing something, how do we, as like each other chess piece, like each other hero, how do you make that play work, right?
Yeah.
It's not about like, is the play normal? Is it what other people do? It's like, how can you make it work on your hero, right?
That's why Junkrat worked.
Well, because we understood, we made an analysis about how you play with Junkrat.
Yeah, okay. Be
Right?
creative.
So
Be
I'm not
creative.
that good at dive, so that's probably why we're struggling at dive, is because I can't like think my way through dive as good as I can through rush, which is why we're getting assistance.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
Cool.
Okay, I wrote timing. I wrote scout setup engage. And then you said you have micro for me.
Yeah, I just have I played Winston. Wait, I'm gonna message now. I
played.
think it was like 4-2 or something, but
Winton.
And then did everyone get their questions answered, or did anyone have any extra ones that came up, like when they were watching? No.
Damn, we all suck.
No.
okay.
I'm sure more will come up, but it's nice to like have a basis of what we need to work on and then keep expanding as we go further.
Yeah, right. The example that I really want us to get like nailed. Wait, do I have the code? Yeah, this one. No. Wait, I think it's this one. The example I really don't want to see, and this is like the thing to work towards. Yeah, this is the code. So we're gonna.
He also scrimmed this team a day ago.
So we're gonna look at
Wait,
our.
This is literally our code!
Dude, I am tripping ball.
Right. I don't want to see this. This is what I don't want to see. Okay. I don't want to see us playing dive and us trying to like set up for a dive and we're all hugging each other. I don't want to see this in the future. Okay. Right. I don't want to see this.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yo, I like the Genji angle. Play fucking Echo. I
Right.
feel like Genji's the greediest dive comp too, so you have to like only play for the setup.
Yeah. Right. Like. Yeah. You do have your funny nano blitz. They all die, but yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, I think patience and setup, and then understanding. I think this VOD is a good representation of like DPS setup, and then like how we need to do it. We just need to learn to give it time.
Yeah, and then the big thing is just looking at the map and where are they not controlling? Like what part is free, right? If you can go, usually there's like a left, right, middle, and maybe like one other spot you can go, right? If you're a DPS trying to set up, which side are they not on? It's free. You can take it, right? That's why I was like the whole like second half of first point was free. Like they weren't playing there, so your Tracer or Echo can path on that side of the map. I can bring that up again.
Okay, so DPS capitalizing and staging on free real estate.
Yeah, right? Like, I'll pause it right here, but, like, this part of the map, no one's here. An Echo can fly over behind, or Tracer can come behind if we wanted to hit in this spot, for example. Or, we can come from behind them. Maybe Echo goes behind and then flies up as Winston comes from main, and as a Tracer comes from the side, right? Because there's nothing stopping, there's no one in your path
Okay.
of going this way. Or no one in your path of, like, going behind this way, or, like, under. That's like big things. And if any other questions?
I don't think so. I think that's a good like 4 things to work on.
Cool.
And then you want to do my thing later, or I have like half an hour if you want to do my thing.
You have a what?
I have half an hour if you want to look at that VOD with me, but
Yeah, we can do that
we
now.
can do it another time if you
Real
want.
quick. I have a few codes. I have a Lijiang, I have a Junkertown, I have a Cervasa, Kings Row, Esperanza, and Route 66. Which one do you want to see Winston on?
You're playing Winston on Kings Row?
I play Winston on everything, yeah.
Oh god.
Still.
Yeah, we can look at that.
That's incredibly based.
I think the enemy
Did
team
you play
played like...
Did you play in a Maga?
I think they played like Reaper. They played a bunch of shit. Yeah. What did they play throughout the map?
Lifeweaver.
We played the same thing throughout the most of the map. Yeah, they played like...
You're
Rhyme.
the bear?
Oh, yeah. But this is not the bear from this org. It's
Oh
a
god.
different bear. But yeah, I played Winston the whole time and we won.
Moira Anna.
Round 2.
Filthy.
Yeah, their lowest was GM5. Their supports were like GM1. I thought their supports were pretty bad, but because I didn't get whip shot or booped once the entire I got whipped shot like once the entire game.
GM.
So blame their main
Players
support, not their flex
without-
support.
Main support, yeah. But yeah, this is just like a one-on-one for Winston.
Alright, that's why you could leave it, I guess. Jeez.
Well, no, unless there's like anyone else has like any specific stuff. I just played.
I
This
don't play
and I thought-
Winston.
I thought this was.
I'm posting my thing.
Yeah.
I don't play Winston, so I guess I leave.
Yeah. Let's see if you have any other questions or want me to look at like a specific part of the map. I just played this. I thought this would be relevant.
Do you say? Should I say for Winston as well?
Probably. You're a tank player.
Probably. You
I know.
can play that character, right?
Yeah,
know.
sorry,
Not my
Joe, we
character.
didn't- We
Goodbye.
only did Dorado. That's my bad. We could have.
Okay. I mean, it's already been like an hour. I know, like kind of like attention span kind of fades after like an hour. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monkey brain.
If you're not engaged.
Yeah. No, I've been on like recipient and involved. If it's like 2 hours, I'm like,
True.
after that long. But
Yeah. Also, sorry, dude. The first like 20 minutes, I accidentally was in a comp game.
oh, you're good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Jay fucking joined in a comp game, so I'm kind
Yeah.
of pissed at him.
Yeah. No, dude, it's okay. We won. I'm 3-0 on my card right now.
It's
Wait,
fantastic.
I know you wanted to see the like into the Kiri Lucio, right? That was like a thing you wanted to see, like on a brig
Yeah.
to Kiri Lucio. I think we have a code like that. Is it Sarah Boston? We're on they're on Kiri Lucio for the whole time.
Do you play for counter hit?
I sent you.
I
Didn't I?
you would.
Maybe I didn't.
Oh,
They're
the
not on a
code?
Lucio.
You sent me an Ilios code, yeah.
No. I was talking to Dribble. Did I not send? I like wrote down all of Gabe's notes. Did I not send it? Oh, I guess I did not. Okay, well, I will do that.
Winston.
So like, my thought process here is like, if I'm able to just distract them, right? I kind of just walk forward as far as I can, right? And they are gonna like do something, right? So I'm really waiting for someone to use a movement cooldown, and then I chase, right? If I'm just trying to draw attention until I see something happen,
Yes.
right? Because I know I'm gonna get like infinitely healed, right? And we just kind of die. I think once Bear gets off Genji, it works a little better. But yeah, I'm just walking forward, and once I see like Sojourn slide, Kiri TP, then I can like chase that. But for the most part, I'm just kind of drawing attention.
Bubble gets burned so fast.
Yeah,
I know
Thanks,
it's not
Tommy.
2 times.
I'm able to get on the Lucio. Kiri TPs.
No TP, like 4.
I get booped, and then I get
Far away,
slowed.
unfortunately.
We go next point. We swap off Genji, go Sombra.
Much better.
I'm just kind of
So
waiting.
do you keep Lucio or do you swap Brig?
I'm gonna be honest, this was an Aquarius
Pro-
tournament, so people just play what they want to, and Sniper wanted to play Lucio.
I don't know. I think Lucio might. I don't know. It might be better.
Brig is fine too, but I see that the
Brig's
Kiri
not
TP.
good, but
I go on her again.
I don't know.
She TPs again. I go on her again.
Fan rush. Yeah.
Yeah,
Turkey moment.
I just kind of walk in and like they don't have a lot of damage. Well, they have Silver Neck up, but I'm kind of.
They don't have anti. They don't have anti need for you, so you can commit harder.
Yeah.
But you have to know when you commit. Like you're not gonna like always get something.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to do it more often. You're gonna take more time, but it takes them more time to kill you. So it just prolongs engagements a lot.
Yeah. Right. So I see the Sojourn jump, and that's why I thought the Sojourn was so bad. I don't know if I said that yet, but she would slide for like no reason. Like there's no reason to slide there.
Yeah. So it's just slides a bit cooler.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and like the big thing is they're not five-man
go
diving my Ana.
Go back. Actually, I was trying to correct you on. Should jump right here. You should have jumped and then primaled. You get extra damage on God.
Yeah, I thought she would TP. That's what I was like waiting for. I don't know.
No shoot.
I don't know if she TP'd or not. That's what I was trying to say. Jump. Yeah, and then I kill the soldier and then Fury, and then I'm just like, Lucio next. She took my Mega. Not cool. I'm just waiting. I'm just walking forward.
Do you ever want to just sit and take damage and farm Nano?
I can. Yeah, I think
If you're
that.
close.
I guess for Carry Lucy. So I
Okay.
don't break you. Kinda can.
You can do it for both. It's just making sure like you're not like because again you're literally just waiting to build the support ult, but the enemy team is not just gonna stand there and be AFK and shoot you.
I know.
They might be wrapping around and setting and staging in that same time.
Well, that's why I'm asking because Carry Lucy is faster.
Here, yeah, this is when I was farming kind of, and then we EMP,
It's big.
and then I just walk on the carry for the most part. Yeah.
I see
Again,
targeting Carry a lot. Do you ever want to target Soj first?
yeah, no, I told you I target Soja a lot because she wastes cooldowns, right? It's really just going on. Like,
Whichever one wastes their cooldown first.
yeah, basically. Yeah, but again, I'm just walking into them. I get pumped full of Ana heals, and they have to do something. Like they have to shoot me, and if they ignore me, I'm already in a spot to fuck them up. Okay, big pulse. But the big thing is like me applying that pressure is preventing them or making it harder for them to just 5-man dive on someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the character's like, if I TP, their monkey's gonna jump on me, and that.
Yeah, because I didn't use jump to get to her.
Yeah. So you walk,
Yeah.
you walk to them, and then you can jump to chase.
Yeah, right here.
'Cause
We
They,
see,
they don't have enough damage to poke you out.
yeah, and
they
right
should.
here, Echo, wasted flight. I
I
jump
think
and kill.
as soon as you jump too, you give them a trigger to go.
Yeah. Right, but I'm like my trigger is their cooldown.
Yeah.
But we see
Also,
how like slow
not-
the enemy team is.
Yeah. Using bubble to walk forward instead of like after you've jumped is more doable in this comp because you don't have mana. Because you don't have to worry about like anti-nade or sleep.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm a
suits
big
you,
fan
make
of
you
walking.
Stay longer. Well, you walk, you use corners and covers, so you don't have to
I'm a
take as much
big
damage,
fan
but-
of walking.
Sojourn slides. I jump.
Slash,
Killer.
should die. Nice.
And we're all
Nice
dead.
last time.
I think we're. Oh yeah, the fun here was we're gonna beat in because they just used beat, so that's why I'm kind of just in.
I think we had a lot better once I kind of like started to dissect it, and then like as you were looking at that VOD, then we did a lot better on Ilios in a VOD in a scrim after.
Let's go.
I think it's like a lot more about clearing angles and just putting emphasis on it, because I feel like if you don't put emphasis on it, like if someone doesn't actually say like, hey, we gotta clear out this Tracer Sombra Curie, the people just kind of autopilot, and then
Yeah.
you let them set up and then they win.
I jump in because we already had pick. So. Yeah.
I've never seen Winston play on this map ever, and this is inspirational.
I didn't primal because me too. It's their spawn. No, for the whole scrim I played Winston.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Some Marcelo do.
Yeah. We just EMP, so we just go in and kill them.
The primal.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, so I want to compare what's going on here to a later map where the enemy team adapted and did a lot better. I played Malga for the first time because we were winning. Did not go
God,
well.
I hate playing Mega.
Did not go
So
well.
ugly, so boring.
Did not go well.
Not even an Overwatch tank.
Okay, Spen, by the way, they said they're gonna revert the burn change specifically, and they're gonna look into his survivability. They're gonna just buff him by Tuesday. When he goes
So
to pro.
they're gonna have his damage high, but not his survivability.
No, they said they're gonna. No, they're reverting the instant the fire change. That's a
They
good
already-
change.
No, they.
His
so that's
spot, his fire is going from 15 shots back to 10.
Why?
Why? Because you couldn't shoot squishies anymore. You were forced to shoot the tank. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
because you
yeah,
couldn't- you
okay.
couldn't get the
okay.
burn on-
Yeah,
then,
you
but
could've
then,
burned switches.
but then you said he was they're nerfing something else.
no,
shield
no,
gen?
they're buffing his survivability. They're gonna find a way to buff his survivability.
That doesn't
Probably
make sense.
Probably through his passive, not cardiac
His
overdrive.
passive is already stupid.
They should I think he should have a. I think what they should do is he gets a punishment on his passive from shooting tanks, like honestly.
I think they should delete him.
Either that or he gets more from squishies. Or both, honestly.
I think they just reduce his hitbox, and that'll make him like so much better. He's so fucking gigantic.
That's
Like
are his guns part of his hitbox? I don't think so.
I don't know.
No.
But you can see here how like so we saw how fast the enemy team was playing, like moving around the map on the other map, and look how quickly they move in this map. Right? So this is a much better adaptation from right? Like I walk and they actually utilize the double speed boost. Like the double the movement cooldown and their amp. Like they go instantly
And they're gone. Holy.
yeah. Right? Like this is the first time they did this all scrim. I'm within on a line of sight. The Kiri TP'd. I chase and kill. Tried to at least.
Suzumomo.
Yeah. But the enemy team is much better like pressing the gas pedal. And going in.
I'm curious to see.
Yeah, and the cap point. There's a someone calls a Genji on that side. I try to go on him. And this is really good for me because they're not speeding on my Ana. So I'm like in between. And they eventually
You're like peeling for it by denying their space.
yeah, like I'm
it's
like,
not directly. You're indirectly peeling.
yeah, right. Like I'm distracting them so they can't go, right? And that's like the yeah. And I distract through like the kill pressure, right? Like I tase something that I force a cooldown response. The Genji has to dash or he dies. The Kiriko has to TP or Suzu.
Yeah, it's all about forcing cooldowns,
Yeah.
and then you should be on trades.
Right? But it's like double value, so I can kill them, or they can go on back. And here I tried to do that, and they still went on my Ana and killed me. Right? So they got a lot better at the going in part. Yeah. Because they will just hit our backline, but it's about like making it so there's less people doing that. We see here it was the Winston and Kiriko that went on our backline. If we had a Brig, a Brig is better, the Brig helps the Ana live a lot longer. Because if there's not 5 people, the Brig can actually keep, can live a little longer in like a 3v2 or a 2v2, right? So they just really need to keep the gas. Like Kiriko on our backline and kill him. But they don't.
Didn't get beat.
I go on Genji, he has no movement cooldown, so he dies, or tries to die. On him.
Hey, your right clicks. I'm a Winston player. I never miss our right clicks.
Go. Got him? Yeah.
Sniper monkey. Also, yo, the 40 meter range
So
is
good.
insane. It's crazy.
It changes breakpoints on Gibby and Dorado.
No.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and also like it's skillful. Like I like it.
Yeah, no one has ever complained about dying to a Winston.
Oh yeah. No, he's
Winston
like,
right click especially.
this is like perfectly balanced. Like in the sense that like he's not oppressive, to play against.
He's pretty much
The
only
only-
good if like
You're good.
Yeah. The only thing that's slightly annoying about Winston, I'd say, is bubble. Bubble's a little annoying.
no. 600 health, don't care. That shit was 900 in Overwatch 1.
I said a little. Like
Nope.
Like,
I don't even find it.
Did-
annoying.
did I-
if you
did I
focus it, it breaks.
did I say consistently complain about bubble? No.
So my like
No, I
looking
just
at,
it's one of the most annoying parts.
looking at this fight, my mistake is like going on Winston. Or like not here, but staying on Winston, right? Like I don't switch targets. Right? There's a key right
Don't
here.
shoot the tank. Don't shoot the tank.
So,
I need like the like Spilo Bell. Like don't. Like,
Yeah,
don't,
right?
don't shoot the tank, guys. Wait,
No.
hold on. I have one.
I'm not applying pressure to the right person, which means I don't actually help my team live. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, punch in the soda can.
Yeah. But
Ah, whatever.
I'm just kind of yeah. The only reason I jumped on Kiri right here instead of just walking is because my Sombra said they could hack him. The only reason. Otherwise, I would have just walked over. And then if we had a brig, it'd also be easier for our DPS to like 1v1 other DPS and stuff. Cool. Cool. What time is it? 7? Okay. Ooh. 7:45. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd the other maps go? Because there's like other.
We play a lot. We're trying out the new meta thing, the Ram May Reaper Moira stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think that's going well. They tried to do a different variant when I wasn't there, and then I explained them how it was bad, and then they didn't believe me, and then it was bad, so we had to break through that. Glort thought that you could play Sojourn Reaper and like play for like a Lucio Soj off angle, and I was like, yeah, but like if there's like a Reaper and a Ram and a May walking at your Ram, he's probably gonna die before your angle gets any value.
I think personally, if we run rush, we must have Lucia Ram May. You can
Yeah.
you can swap Bat for Moira if you swap Soj for Reaper. You can do that.
I just
But generally, the
it-
Sojourn's a little better.
You can play for like the Lucio Sojourn off angle. It just requires like you have to play in very different spots, right? And it's harder. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I think it can be better, but it's harder, right? That's really what it comes down to.
I think it changes the
Moira-
identity
Moira
of the
brings a
reason
lot-
why the comp is good though. Like you definitely don't need Moira with that.
Oh
either.
yeah, no, you wouldn't be on Moira. Because you're not like getting that. You're not getting the full value.
You're
of
not
the
playing
AoE
for this
seals.
3-2-1.
Yeah, right. You're not playing for that. You're playing more like what's the word? I guess second is a good word to put it. Like you're waiting for them to go in and do something.
Well, you're
Or-
playing to like press S when they press W.
Yeah, right.
But you don't have speed, so you're eventually gonna die. Is my read.
Yeah, and that's why if you saw in the I don't know what the term is, flash ops, but if you they would play Orisa instead of Ram because they would be playing for like the Soj off angle. And I think they run like double hit scan or something with the Orisa, right?
There's no way they won with that, by the way. No way.
No, he's talking about early in flash ups. not
early
anymore.
in on when the stream started on Busan.
I know. Did that
But
team
not
win?
anymore.
I forgot.
No. They swapped off Orisa pretty quick. They also
Yeah,
didn't switch.
yeah,
They
because
didn't switch
Arisa's
DPS.
dog water right now. Do not
Ram is
play that
just-
hero.
The Ram cycle is just better.
Ram cycle is just so good right now. It's pretty easy too.
Yeah.
Well, and Annihilation is just a way better fucking
Oh my
ultimate.
bro! Annihilation versus Terra Surge, literally Hydrogen Bob versus Coughing Baby. Like,
Yeah. Orisa just kind of sucks. You would think it'd be really good in that rush comp because like they're all grouped up, but like it's just like
I think-
being AFK during your ultimate is always gonna be a nerf.
dude, no,
Pharah,
Orisa,
Orisa, Cass, like all those ults are fucking cosmetic because you're
Orisa should be able to like walk around during Terra Surge. I think
AFK.
Orisa should be able to walk during Terra Surge. It charges slower and it doesn't pierce through barriers, but she can walk.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Imagine she's walking, she's like spinning the spear above her head, like. Or she can she can fly too. She gets the helicopter.
True. That's got to be a thing.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
True.
We do scrim Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. So if you ever want to come out, you're totally welcome to come out.
Yeah.
Don't feel pressured to.
Tuesday,
but if you ever
Thursday.
want to.
Sometimes I can. Shan's
She
scrims on Wednesday, so I might be there or just be asleep. And Sunday I have like the last bit of GGNA is on Sunday and Friday. So
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just putting it on the table. If you ever want to come out, you're totally welcome. Just pop in.
yeah.
We're I think we're about to go into a bunch of tournaments too, so it's good that we're doing a bunch of work now.
yeah.